Hey guys, what's up? It is Nocturnal Gaming here. Today I'm going to be doing a quick overview of the February 2026 Battle Pass called Fleet Masters. So if you're new to Modern Warships, Battle Pass is something that resets every month. It's for the free-to-play community. They have some free gear that's available. If you want to get the VIP pass, which I recommend, it's $15. Then you can get some additional items that you'll see that are locked here. Let me go to one that I haven't finished on. So you'll see the battle pass here, and you'll see all the items here. The ones that are locked, these are the ones that are unlocked when you get the VIP pass, and then you'll see the free items. You do get the ship for free. So anything that's listed in green, basically you get for free. The gold, the game cache, the autocannon, there's a decal. So anything in green you get for free. If you're a free-to-play player, I recommend taking advantage of all the freebies. One of the ways to get art coin in Modern Warships is to collect these battle pass ships and sell the ones that you don't like. It takes time, so you're not going to do that right away. When the battle pass ends, I wouldn't sell the ship right away. I'd give it a little bit of time. A lot of the battle pass ships are great. There's some that I've collected over the years and I kept, and they're some of my favorite ships. So just because it's in the free to play battle pass, don't look down on it too much, because there are some really good items in battle pass. Battle pass is also great for tournaments. A lot of tournaments will allow golden dollar and battle pass items, so it does give you a lot of gear that you can use in tournaments. And often the battle pass gear is really good. The RBU 2500, the TRG 230, the ALCA, the HPLS AA. A lot of these items are fantastic. They sell for 2,000 or 3,000 art coin, sometimes more than that. So there are some great items in the battle pass. So anyway, we'll cover those. I've already completed this, like I said. I'm not going to go over the plane too much, because I don't do aircraft carriers. I sold all of my gear related to aircraft. But we will be covering the PHL 191 grenade launcher, the YJ-19 missile, the latest ship, which is the CN-CSTP, the helicopter, which is a rerun, the Z-21. I don't remember when this first showed up, but I have it in my inventory already, so it's been out at some point in the past. Got a couple of new titles. So you can filter here. I think it may just, it's weird. I don't know why this just show up. I don't know what it, yeah, I see what I did. All right, apply that. There we go. Is it under event? Maybe under event. So many titles. When I first started playing Modern Warships, the only titles were like the special titles for like moderator, content creator, things like that. And then you had hero and legend. And since then they've added more. Obviously they've added them for the Masters tournaments and things like that. Some of the official tournaments, Ranked has had their own titles as well. I'm not a big fan of all the titles, personally. Here's the newest one. This is that Born to Win. This is not bad. It's actually not a bad title. Some of them I'm not crazy about, but that one actually is not too bad. I think that is the only title this month. So that's the new one. And then you got some avatars. Can I filter this one? Let me see. Here we go. Usually you scroll. Yep. So I know there's this one. This is the Alpine Skier. I don't see the other one. Oh, there's one of them there. I think. Is that from this month? I'm really sorry. See the Alpine skier. No, I think that was last month. You got the hockey player one. Yeah, this is the previous month. That is not this one. There it is. So that's the other one. Okay, I mean, if you're into that, I think the ranked one, the cat one that came to the ranked store this month is probably a better one, but not bad. The new ship didn't have a grenade launcher, so I did drop it on the Shiloh, so we can go look at the stats of that. DPM's of 489,000. Speed of this one is 485. Reload is 9.8. I think that's kind of long. We'll compare it to a couple of other ones here in a minute. Burst damage is 84,000. This is in an X2 slot, so your damage is 20,000. It is rounds per attack is 4. Explosion radius of 100. Just comparing it to the RBU, it's 528. It's not too far off. It is faster than the RBU. You can see RBU reload is a bit, 4.55. So this one at 9 seconds, that's pretty long reload. It's kind of in the TRG 230 range, if I recall. Yeah, 9. It's even longer than that. 432. It is higher DPM than the TRG. So we'll go look at it real quick. And then I'll look at the Battle Pass ship. So we're just going to do a quick test drive on this Geo because I haven't actually had a chance to use this one yet. So the first thing I want to know with any GLs, can I dry fire it? And this one, it looks like you can. So you can hit incoming torpedoes. The reload time is a bit long. So decent damage, but good accuracy. That is kind of a long, for me personally, I think that's kind of a long reload, but it's not terrible. It's a little bit better than the TRG 230, I think. So there you go. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that one. Let me compare it to the large real quick. See what that one looks like. So large reload is 5.25. DPM's a bit lower, but I think the reload time is more desirable. And the reason I say that is, if you're trying to shoot an incoming torpedo, 9 seconds is a really long time. Now, if you have 2 GL slots, then, as a secondary, it's not bad. If you don't have the TRG 230, it's a good secondary GL. I personally wouldn't run it as a primary if it's the only slot I had, like in the case with the Shiloh. I'd run like the MAR 290 or something like that. So let's go look at the new ship. This is a frigate, and I did play with this one during the alpha test on my press account. It's way over here. So basically this thing's a sub hunter. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Mogami, which had an X4 torpedo slot. So this one's got a locked torpedo. Burst is 78,000, damage is 19, does 4 rounds per attack. And I think this other torpedo, which was part of the Battle Pass, the YU-12, are those similar stats? 438. So it's not exactly this, even though it looks like the image looks the same. I don't know if that was on purpose or not. The locked one has a bit more damage. You'll see the reload is 9.8, which is faster than the flares. So not terrible. I think the DTCN is a bit quicker. Range is 12, which is pretty good. Does 4 rounds per attack. So this is kind of a spammy torpedo. This one does 2 rounds per attack, so it's not quite the, so damage is actually higher. So it kind of, the burst is pretty close, even though it's only 2 rounds per attack. This is in an X2 slot, so it's going to do 4 rounds. So depending on what you throw in this, if you threw a DTCN, you could send some serious torpedo spam. This one does 3 rounds per attack in an X2 slot. This one's 4. So that's 8 torpedoes plus the 6 here. So that's like 12 torpedoes going at one time. Like, that's crazy. And the situation where I see this being useful is for, like, you know, a ship using like an X4 AFGS that's just eating up everything you throw at it. So this could possibly overtake that. Now, that said, the AA on this thing is a bit lacking. So you got an X1 locked AA, 22,000 burst damage, 126 DPM, reload is 3.5. Reload's pretty fast, but it's only an X1 slot. And then you got the missile that does 1 round per attack. I use this. The AA is really light. Now, fortunately, the ship has, you know, 8% stealth, so you can snipe with this thing a bit. But if they see you, like, your AA is not going to stop what's coming in at you. So you're going to have to. This is one of those ships that, if they don't modify it and you know, update the stats a bit, it's just one of those ships that you use in a squad as a sub hunter, and you have other, you know, ships on your team to augment your lack of AA, because it's a bit lacking, in my opinion. It is really fast. It's like 29 knots. It's going to go about 28 in game. So we'll do a quick test drive with it. I did put the new missile on here as well. So you get the missile, the torpedo, and the current BP helicopter, which I said, this is a pretty good helicopter. I've used this one a bit. It doesn't have a torpedo, so it's not like, I prefer personally having an anti-sub, at least partially anti-sub platform on my helicopters. But I remember this one being decent, even though it doesn't have a torpedo slot. So no ASW. So I would opt for, I mean, Sea Comanche seems to be the meta in the BP space right now. And running new camo, by the way. So the YJ-21, this is the first BP laser guided missile. 59,000 damage. I forget the slot size on this, but so this is, you had the X51, which is from the shop, and you had the HVGP, which that was a gotcha. So this is the first BP laser guided torpedo. The cannon, 78,000 damage, not bad. Reload is okay. Now let's go look at the torps. This is where I think this is where this ship shines, in my opinion, because it's just gonna spam mad torps. 78,000 damage there. This is the BP one. X2 slot, 2 rounds per attack. So you got 4. 74,000 damage. So not bad. I mean, this thing can, you know, if you manage to stay out of the AA fire, you could throw a lot of torps. That's crazy. Fast reload on that. See, the maneuverability of the ship is really good. I think it needs an update for the AA, though. It's light on the AA. And in the modern climate, you definitely need some AA. C21 top speed 400, looks like 406. Got a lock on main gun there. Whoops. Just ran into a column there. So there you go. Not going to spend a lot of time on that one. It is a rerun. It's not my go-to without ASW, but possibly has its place as a secondary. It is a BP, so it has some use out there. It's just not my, compared to a Sea Comanche or something, it's not going to be my go-to. This is one of the camos. This is the legendary camo. We're bright and colorful this month. So this is the victory celebration. Got a sports theme this month. Let's go to our favorites here, and I'll cover the other two. So you had the epic camo, which is, I thought I favored it. Maybe I didn't. Oh, here it is. Nope, that's the rare one. So this is the biathlon. Let me go find that. Yeah, it's this one here. Animated. I like this one a bit more than the legendary one personally. It's like the animation. Okay, this is one of the new decals. I don't use these a whole lot. A little bit. So there's actually several of these in this new one in the battle pass. Like 3, I believe. No, there's 6 total in the battle pass. So quite a few of those are the fan. Then you had the flying crane. This was the other one. One thing I did with the decals, since I'm going to go on a tangent here for a minute, but one thing I did with the decals was I blocked the, is it Donegan? It's Donegan. So this is the pinup camo. And I used the nuke symbol to block out the drill that was on the side of it. I really like this camo. I like the shark and all that. I wasn't crazy about the pinup drill. So I used the nuke symbol to block it out. So that was one of the few cases where I actually used the decals. I did use them on the Argo as well, since that's kind of my main boat. So I'll probably warm up to these over time. So, but I did do the nuke symbol on top. I did the bombs on the wings, and then I did that kill count or win streak, I think are these. So I did throw a couple more on there. So there you go. I think that wraps it up for BP. This was the Fleet Masters Battle Pass. Should be like an announcement for it here. If you check your announcements, there you can see a good summary of what's included. and the Born to Win. One question that gets asked quite a bit on the Battle Pass is once you finish the Battle Pass, you can rerun it. It costs 5,000 gold, and you can run this again. And when you get to the ship the second time, you'll get 6,000 gold for the ship. So you'll be 1,000 gold to the good, considering depending on how much you use gold to reset the missions. Now with the Battle Pass, I always go in and reset these to, like, I don't want to play on a submarine, so I just refresh it and you pick one that. And sometimes it's annoying because I have to do it multiple times to get to like cruiser or something that I'm actually going to use, because I'm not going to use aircraft carrier. I'll use a submarine before I use an aircraft carrier. And I'm just getting, look at that, carrier. So I usually go with like cruiser or something like that. So just know that can be kind of annoying. I wish I could just kind of pick it, and sometimes I just go back to it later. Like I just leave it and then go back to it later. Like I keep losing a bunch of them in a row. Yeah, there you go. So usually I just switch it to something else, change that one, then come back to it. So that'll make it quicker to do your Battle Pass items. And occasionally, like if it's, sometimes you can just do like one single offline match and finish all of these and then just go back to online matches. So keep that in mind. Also, as far as gold goes, I mean, it is very useful for this. So I'm saying save your gold. Don't do gold hunt. If you're new to Modern Warships, I don't recommend spending more than, one spend on this. Just don't think it's going to work out for you. You've been warned. So gold is very handy for resetting the missions in Battle Pass and in the events. So it is good to have some on hand. You can get 50 gold every hour and a half watching an ad. So if you have the game on a phone or something, just set a timer and go and click and watch an ad. That really will boost your gold inventory pretty fast if you just kind of be consistent with that and just run the ad. Sometimes they're really short, so it's not even a big inconvenience to do it. And you can build up gold really fast. I get to like 20K gold. I had the iPad on my desktop and I just would see it and click it, just whenever I saw it. I wasn't playing the game, and I would just click an ad. So keep that in mind. That's really the fastest way, because if you look in your battle history and if you play a match and you like, you don't even get gold on ranked, I guess, apparently. Yeah. You see my rank performance here hasn't been the best. I have some TDM in here. Yeah, you're not even getting gold in matches anymore, apparently. So you're getting. I have a premium. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe this doesn't show. I'll have to look at the end of a match or whatever. I thought you got gold for matches, but maybe not. So that said, yeah, ads are going to definitely be the way to go. So anyway, that wraps it up. That's your overview for the Battle Pass for this month. It runs until the end of the month, and then it will reset. So definitely, if you're a free-to-play player, take advantage of all the freebies that they give you. These do add up over time, and you can sell these items and use the AC for other stuff. So definitely make a point to complete those. Even if you are not interested in the ship, you can sell it for something later. So that's all I got, guys. As always, I appreciate all the support. We will see you around. Thank you so much.